If you're getting ready to retire, or if you're already retired, these 7 things can instantly increase your peace of mind, improve your cash flow, and help you enjoy your go-go years more than you ever expected. Most retirement advice tells you what to buy, where to invest, or how much to save. But after nearly 30 years of helping families successfully retire, I've learned something far more important. Retirement isn't just about what you add. It can also be what you're finally willing to let go of. And what's surprising is many retirees don't realize these things are holding them back. And later in the video, I'll share with you a personal story that perfectly illustrates this. Let's start with the big one. And this one changed my own family's life. And that's number 1, your oversized home. The truth is, the home that once fit your life perfectly may no longer fit your life you have now. I grew up in a small town, Nichols, South Carolina. And after my dad passed away, my sister and I graduated, moved out. My mom still lived in that house for 20 years. Now, we kept encouraging her to downsize, but she refused. She couldn't bring herself to leave. Not because of the house, but because all the memories that were created in it. Every room had a story. Every corner had a moment. We even had our handprints in the concrete of the driveway. But then the house flooded twice, and she finally realized the thing that she was holding on to was the thing that was holding her back. Now, she finally moved to Columbia, South Carolina, near my sister, and she lives in a neighborhood full of new friends. And here's what surprised my mom the most. She didn't lose those memories by leaving the house. She'll always have those. What she did realize is that she gained a life that actually fit the person she is today. So you see, downsize isn't about shrinking your lifestyle. It's about shaping your next chapter instead of living in the last one. And if you think that one hit home, wait until you see number 2. And that's financially support of adult children. This one can hurt. Not only financially, but also emotionally. Many retirees quietly sacrifice their retirement security to help their adult children. And here's the problem. Your healthy, active years are limited, and their timeline is just beginning. Parents have delayed their retirement 3, 5, 7 years to help kids buy homes or get out of a financial jam. I have even seen some retirees go broke helping their children. And yes, I know helping your children can feel like love, but there is a fine line giving enough to help and giving so much it actually hurts them. You see, your kids can borrow for the things they need. You cannot borrow your way to retirement. Of course, help them, but not at the cost of your future. And speaking of things that can drain your future, that's number 3, toys that became a burden. I'm talking about boats, RVs, classic cars, ATVs, which is what I like. You name it. These were all fun ones, but the fun becomes expensive when you use these toys once or twice a year and you have to store it for 363 days. Now let's talk about boats for just a second. There's a reason people say the happiest time in a man's life is when he buys a boat and when he sells it. One of my clients, let's call him Mark, owned a beautiful 28-foot boat. But as retirement approached, reality hit. He spent over $8,000 a year in fees and upkeep and just a few trips on the water, and the guilt every time he passed that marina. He realized he loved the idea of boating way more than the burden of owning the boat. He eventually sold it, and the results were he had way more cash, less stress, and he still hops on his friend's boat when he wants. Sometimes the thing you let go of ends up giving you more freedom, not less freedom. Which brings us to another sneaky cost. And that's number 4, the extra car you don't need. When you retire, a funny thing happens. You drive way less. You start going places together, suddenly that extra car can be a waste of money. Many retirees realize that going even to one car can be easier than they ever imagined. They use Uber to run solo errands. They even have a golf cart that can take nearby trips. And one shared car for everything else. You can save a ton of money and time too. You have one insurance bill, one maintenance schedule, one registration. That extra savings can be used for travel or even retiring earlier. And this next one sneaks up on a lot of us, and I'm guilty of this. Your extra stuff in storage units or in your garage. I'll admit, I've been guilty of this one. It starts innocently. Your garage gets full, then the attic, and you blink and you're all of a sudden paying for a storage unit filled with old furniture, boxes you haven't opened since 2004, and stuff you swear you're going to sell someday. And of course, the items that hold a lot of nostalgia, but no real value. That monthly storage bill not only has a cost, but it can also tax your mental clarity. If you want to know what to keep and what to let go of, here's a simple rule. If you haven't used it, touched it, or you missed it in a year, you can probably get rid of it. Ask yourself, would you buy it again? Does it support your current life? And is it worth storing, insuring, or even worrying about? If the answer is no, sell it, donate it, rehome it, free up the space and the stress. Now, if you want to dive a little deeper into this topic, I'll recommend a book by Dana White called Decluttering at the Speed of Life. It provides practical, bite-sized advice for busy people or those of you who are interested in the holistic approach. Erica Lane's book, The Minimalist Way, is a great choice. And while we're talking about these things that look great on paper, some of them are unbelievably expensive and can be really hard to get rid of. And that is a second home that stresses you out. The second home may feel like a dream until the responsibilities hit, like property taxes, utilities, HOA fees, hurricane seasons, especially on the coast where I live, repairs that always seem to come up, and feeling obligated to use it because you're paying for it. But here's a secret most retirees eventually discover. You can rent a dream home for 1 or 3 months any time of year for a fraction of the cost of owning one the whole year. You can sell that obligation and still keep the freedom. And the next one, you can't sell, but it might mean more to you than anything else. And that's your work identity. Many people have their identities tied up in who they are. It's part of how you introduce yourself. It's part of how you see yourself. And when you retire, that doesn't disappear so quickly or quietly. I've heard some version of this from countless retirees. I used to be the boss, the teacher, the doctor, Dr. Mike, Dr. Finger, Dr. whatever, the one people needed. But now, it's just me. And you can be financially set, but being emotionally set, that transition can be tougher than you might think. Often the real breakthrough comes when you stop trying to live up to the old title and start embracing the person in this next phase of life. Now, when you do this, new joys can show up in new ways. Things like mentoring the next generation, perhaps starting a new hobby, volunteering for causes you care about, and stepping fully in the roles like being a grandparent, a friend, or community leader. You see, retirement isn't about losing who you were. It's about being the best person you can be in this next stage of your life. Remember, there are no rules here. Be who you want to be, and that's okay. The happiest retirees aren't the ones who hold on to the most things. They're the ones who choose to let go of the things that don't matter. Now, I hope you found this video helpful. And if you want a retirement plan that helps you to know what to hold on to, what to let go of, how to simplify your life, and how to build a confident financially fit future, check out the Riverbend Bridge Method in the link below. It's a framework we use every day to help families retire with clarity and peace of mind. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.